Main menu. You'll start a new game by swiping right. To load a game you have previously started, swipe left. By swiping up, you can turn the help for the visually impaired on or off. By swiping down on the screen, you can purchase the full game. You can exit the game in the same way you exit any other application on your device. To activate the help, swipe up with 2 fingers on your screen at any time during the game. Main menu. Main menu.
Oh. What happened? What's all the fuss about? Should I go downstairs or stay here and listen? I should stay here. The less I get involved in other people's business, the better.
Please, Mrs. Castle, calm down. Everything will be okay.
When was the last time you saw him?
I was in the room, and I went to the bathroom, and when we came out, he was gone.
What?
Oh, Mrs. Castle, I'm sure your son is...
What's going on there?
Hugo will be back any moment.
I've been searching for him everywhere.
Then I'll go look for him.
The little boy's gone missing. Should I go downstairs to see the others? I'd better stay here.
Don't cry, Mrs. Castle. It will be all right.
Oh, what do you know?
Please, Adele, calm down. We'll figure it all out.
Oh, how can you be so calm in such a situation? Do you even realize that our son is now God knows where?
Stop yelling. What could possibly happen to him here?
I can't listen to this anymore. I need to go downstairs. I have to calm them down. But who's right? The mother? The father? Or nobody at all?
Me? Oh, you don't care about it at all. What's wrong with you?
Stop blaming me for once.
Please, calm down, both of you.
What?
What are you doing here?
I understand that you're worried about your son. And that's exactly why you should stop arguing. You're married, for God's sake, act like it.
You're right. You're right.
We were just...
You don't have to worry. Your son will be found soon, surely. So just don't let him see you arguing.
You're completely right.
You'll find him, right?
Me?
Yes, you have to help us, please. You have to find Hugo. Please, say you will.
If I go after the boy, I'd risk exposing myself. But what if something's really happened to him? Should I help? Of course I'll help you.
Thank you.
Ethel, is it possible that the boy got out somehow?
That's impossible. I've been at reception the whole evening. He didn't pass through there.
In that case, he must still be at the hotel.
Unfortunately, I think you're right.
Unfortunately.
Miss Wells, do you remember why we had to check you into a different room?
What do you mean?
I mean, Hugo is probably hiding somewhere.
Please don't start with your ghost stories.
Oh, just please, why is everybody just standing there? Can you do something? He might be suffering right now while you're all talking.
Adele, calm down.
Hugo? Oh, darling, where are you? Somebody do something.
Calm down.
Hugo! Hugo!
Do not yell, Mrs. Caswell. He obviously does not hear.
Oh, just leave me alone! I need to find him. This is my son. Don't just stand there. Help me, someone. Hugo.
I need to calm Mrs. Caswell down. Gently or quickly.
Hugo! Hugo! Hugo, darling.
Mrs. Mrs. Caswell.
Hugo, where are you? Where are you? Where
Come
are
on.
you? I have to go.
Where?
I don't know. I just have to go. I have to do something. I have to find him.
I'll go with you.
Calm down. Please. I know you're worried, but everything is going to be okay. I need you to stay calm.
All right, then. All right.
Please, go back to your room. The same applies to you, Reverend.
As you wish.
Ethel, please lock the entrance to the hotel and inform the staff.
Right away, love.
Hugo will probably show up eventually and will come looking for you in your room. So don't leave the room under any circumstances.
But...
Is that clear?
Yes.
I'll personally check all the rooms and other areas in the hotel.
Thank you.
That's okay. It's my job, after all. Okay. Ethel has locked the entrance. All the guests are in their rooms. And I'm here. I guess I can forget about quietly getting out of here tomorrow without anyone remembering me. What have I got myself into? If only my head didn't hurt so much. There are 3 rooms on this floor. I'm guessing by the crying the Keswells must be checked into room number 1. The remaining rooms must be where the Reverend and the detective are staying. But which is which? Has any of this got something to do with why I'm here? I can't imagine the drunk Reverend or the weepy mother inviting me here. But if it's neither of them, then who is it? I should check on the Keswells first. Find out how it all started. That doesn't sound pleasant. I should probably leave them alone and not just stand there and eavesdrop. But who knows what else I can find out about. Should I knock on the door, or just listen for a while?
Come in.
I'm sorry to disturb you, but...
Can't you leave us alone now?
Have you found him? Do you know anything?
I'm sorry, not yet. I need to ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Yes, of course. Whatever you need.
Adele, but...
Oh, Richard. Please, go on.
When and where was the last time you saw your son?
How original.
Richard, stop it. About an hour ago, maybe 1.5. He was sitting on the bed here, reading, and I went to have a shower, and I couldn't have been gone long, maybe 10, 15 minutes. But when I came out of the bathroom, he was gone.
And where were you at that time, Mr. Keswell?
Down in the lobby.
Sitting at the bar.
Is it possible that Hugo went downstairs to look for you?
I would have seen him if he'd been there.
Oh, he wouldn't have just left the room like that.
So how come he's not here?
Just relax. Relax. Mrs. Keswell, you said that Hugo had been reading before you left.
Yes, he was just sitting here on the bed reading. Oh, my poor boy.
He must be a very smart boy if he can read already. How old is he? 5?
6. He turned 6 a few days ago. This holiday was supposed to be a gift for him as well.
I taught him how to read when he was 4. He didn't want to. Couldn't focus. But he finally got the hang of it.
That's amazing. What does he like to read?
Fairy tales and fantasy. He's still slow, but, he's still so small. He brought Alice in Wonderland here with him.
Really?
With all due respect, couldn't you just leave us the hell alone?
Richard, he's trying to help us.
By browsing through the books. What's the point of that? Wouldn't you like to know what we had for breakfast or something else that's so important?
Should I keep questioning the father or the mother? Mrs. Keswell, do you think the books could be connected with Hugo's disappearance somehow?
In what way?
He might have gone on an adventure to an unexplored part of the hotel.
No. There's no way. Hugo is a sensible, calm child. I've told him many times that the real world is nothing like the one in the books, and that he has to be careful. What will you tell me? What's so funny?
Jesus, the boy likes fairy tales, just like any other kid his age. I have no idea what we're talking about here.
Stop it.
It's all
Stop it.
nonsense.
Why do you think that?
What?
Why do you think it's all nonsense?
Miss Wells knows what she's doing.
Nothing's happened. If it was serious, I'd call the real police.
Oh, now you're crossing the line.
Hugo's probably sitting somewhere and stuffing himself with donuts.
What do you even know about him? You don't even care about him.
And you don't care about anything else.
I've had enough. Should I intervene or leave?
Well, excuse me, but
I
he's my
don't have
child.
time for
But you
this.
won't leave him alone for even a second.
And I leave him alone this one time, and this is how it ends.
I guess I won't find out anything interesting from the Keswells. But where to now? Room number 2 or 3? Should I go to room number 2 or 3? I'll do it in order. Door number 2.
It wasn't me.
That voice. That must be Detective Broderick, or whatever his name was.
Don't take photos of me.
What's that sound? Is he sleep-talking?
Go away.
I wonder what he's dreaming about. Should I knock or let him sleep? I'd rather check on the Reverend. The detective probably wouldn't be hiding a missing child in his room. There's rosary beads hanging on the doorknob. That makes sense. He's right below room number 5, which is supposedly haunted. What's he doing in there? Maybe he's praying? It sounds weird. Should I knock or listen to him for a while? Let's find out who this Reverend really is.
Oh, good evening.
Good evening.
We have not officially met, have we? Reverend Timothy McCarthy. Call me Reverend.
Alice Wells. Nice to meet you.
Please, come on in. Unfortunately, I do not have any snacks here, but may I offer you a drink?
No, thank you. I can't.
I see. It is the lost boy, is it not? It is a terrible suffering indeed. I pray that you find him as soon as possible. Would you mind if I continued packing?
Is he going somewhere? Should I ask him? That's okay. Carry on packing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I apologize, I do not have enough time to give you my full attention. But you have not come in here for a drink and a few kind words, have you?
No. Listen, do you really think it's haunted here?
Well,
I've not yet heard about a boogeyman kidnapping a child.
Alice, dear, I may not be that old, but I have seen enough in my lifetime. Things that you would not believe, even if I were trying to persuade you for hours. But for this, there will undoubtedly be an entirely secular explanation. A curious boy has set off to explore the hotel. He probably doesn't even know that somebody's looking for him. You will see. He will soon reappear.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
Ethel, the receptionist, didn't seem as confident as you do.
Oh, Ethel, you know, she has been working here for a long time, and she is worried about what is going on here. She even asked for a blessing. She is a charming woman, but, somewhat fearful.
So I don't have to be scared of seeing a ghost in the room, then?
You do not have to be scared at all, but I cannot promise you that you will not see one. But now, please, do not think that I want to rush you, but...
We both have a lot to do here.
Well, yes.
Goodbye, Reverend.
May God be with you.
Okay, that's it on this floor. Time to move upstairs. So, except for the room that I'm staying in, there are 2 other rooms. The mysterious and locked room number 5, and another room that I know nothing about. Where should I go? To the locked room number 5, or to the other room? Room number 5. The cursed room, full of ghosts and boogeymen. In desperate need of an exorcism. Well, I guess there is something intriguing about it. Maybe a curious little boy would want to see a ghost and go inside. Or was he afraid of the room and wanted to get as far away from it as possible? Okay, ghost room. Bring it on. Locked. What a surprise. And I can't just pry it open. The lock looks sturdy and I look too suspicious already. I don't think Hugo is here. Unless he's managed to get inside another way. But how? The child's gone missing. I don't have time to tiptoe around and waste my time with ghost stories. I need the keys, but the Reverend has them. So off to the Reverend. Mr. McCarthy? Mr. McCarthy, hello? Locked. He must have left while I was upstairs. He was packing before. I hope he's not leaving after all. Maybe I can still catch up with him in the lobby.
Miss Wells, what are you still doing here? Where are you going?
Well, Mr. McCarthy isn't in his room and I have to find him.
I see.
Are you really drinking now?
And why not?
A child's gone missing here.
Oh, this...
I could use your help.
Well, but...
But what?
I'm just in the middle of another case. More complicated, and it requires my utmost concentration.
Another case? Aren't you on vacation?
Some crimes can never be dropped. You can do this on your own, Miss Wells.
Are you serious?
Please. Some kid is playing hide-and-seek with his parents. He has nowhere to go, and nothing can happen to him here.
Are you willing to take that chance?
No, I guess you're right. We should do something, just to be sure.
Thank you.
A missing child is kind of a big deal, isn't it?
Absolutely.
That's a big deal, an important one.
Well, yes.
I think the kidnapper...
A kidnapper?
Well, we always need to take the worst scenario into account.
All of a sudden?
Don't think about the Reverend. After all, he's a man of faith and a drunk. He wouldn't kidnap a child. Trust me, we should speak to the chef.
But I need to get into the locked room.
But why? You've said it yourself, that it's locked.
Actually, you're right.
See? So calm down and come to the kitchen with me.
But...
No but. Let's go.
Could I at least stop by my room?
To the kitchen.
Broderick! Broderick! I've got more important things to do than look after him. But what if he does something stupid? And what if that chef really knows something about the boy? Should I follow him to the kitchen or go to my room? I'd better go to the kitchen. Who knows what Broderick could do there?
You'll see, Wells. The chef is our man.
Oh, come on. We don't have any clues. No leads, nothing.
Exactly. Perfect cover-up, isn't it?
And why do you think he would do that?
What do I know? Why would anybody murder anyone, or rape, or rob? The criminal's mind is mysterious and full of dark corners.
But that's complete
What
nonsense.
are you doing here? Well?
Good evening, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, what do you want? I'm busy.
We haven't met yet, have we? I'm Alice
Look, I don't care. What are you doing here? If you want a drink...
No, not at all. You know, Mr. Broderick and I,
Enough with this chit-chat. Let's go to the kitchen, shall we?
What?
Only speak when you're spoken to.
Mr. Big Detective, huh? Well, take your power trip back to wherever you got that bad attitude.
Just calm down, Mr. Rogers.
I can say what I want.
when I want, in my kitchen. My rules, understand?
For now. What were you doing today between 5 and 7 p.m.?
What's it to you?
Answer the questions.
Mom, please, what's his point?
Well, you know...
Come on, Wells. The clock is ticking. We can either just stand here and chit-chat or go to the kitchen and deal with this. Up and at 'em. It's up to you.
We could just stay here, but what if Broderick is right?
Let's go, shall we?
You're right, Broderick. Let's go.
No, stay there! Oof! Look, that's enough, damn it! And now, two freaks. What's going on?
Let go off the door or...
Wrong answer! What about you, lady? You look more sensible. What you trying to do here?
Mr. Rogers, I do apologize.
See? We can talk like normal people.
We're just searching for a missing child. Well, the Kesswell's son has gone missing.
Oh, God. When?
You really don't know?
Know what?
Don't lie.
Look, I'm not lying. I've been here all day, slaving in this kitchen. Nobody told me nothing. Mum, please, seriously, I'm not lying.
How come that you haven't heard anything? Poor Mrs. Caswell screamed all through this place.
Look, I don't know anything about any of this. I'm in the kitchen all the time. It's so loud in there, and there's that storm raging outside. I really haven't heard anything. Trust me. Mum, you believe me, don't you?
Should I believe him or not? I'm not really convinced that you didn't hear those screams because of the storm. I could hear them all the way in my room.
Look, I swear, I've no idea. The freezer in the kitchen's humming. It's raining outside, and I just don't listen to whatever's going on around here.
And I've told the receptionist to inform all the staff.
Yeah, well, she's probably forgotten.
What a shame, huh? Such a shame.
Mr. Rogers, we're searching the entire hotel room by room. We need to check the kitchen as well.
All right. Come on in, then.
Okay, thank you.
Mum, please. Tell me the boy's gonna be okay. Tell me he's gonna be fine.
Should I comfort him? I wouldn't worry. I'm sure nothing's happened to him.
Righto, then. Come in. This is our kitchen. Nothing special. 3 stoves, 2 ovens. I work here alone. You know, a lot of people used to visit this hotel. There used to be, well, 3 or 4 of us here. But now, especially in the off-season, I usually make, like, 5 or 10 portions for each meal, depending on the day and reservations. Most of that's for the staff. Otherwise, it's to order.
And what's that noise?
Central ventilation. I've been telling them it needs fixed for a while now. Still nothing.
Okay, now I understand why you couldn't hear Mrs. Kesswell.
And that you're grumpy all the time.
What?
Nothing.
It doesn't seem like a child could hide here.
I've told you so. It's pretty tight in here. I would have noticed it.
Make no mistake, dear colleague. You have to search in places you wouldn't normally think of checking. What about the oven?
Oh, please, there's nothing in there.
And what about the pot?
You can't be serious.
Broderick, what are you doing?
It's better to check everything.
Go ahead then, Sherlock. I'm making clam chowder in that for tomorrow.
Really hot. As it should be.
Mr. Rogers, and what about these 2 doors?
What?
These 2 doors.
Oh, one leads to the dry storage, and the other one to the walk-in freezers.
May I have a look inside, please?
If you wanna, but I'm telling you, nobody's there. Check the lobby, the rooms, the cellar, I don't know.
Keep your advice to yourself and open the door.
Fine. Where do you want to have a look?
Should I check the storage room or the walk-in freezer? Open the freezer, please.
You all right?
Hurry up.
Why don't you try it yourself? It's stuck.
That needs some serious muscles.
And that's certainly something a little boy doesn't have.
Well, that's true, but who knows? Maybe someone locked him in there.
And who would that be?
I never share sensitive information with suspects.
Oi!
Stop it and just open it, Mr. Rogers.
All right, all right.
Can you see anything?
Nothing. No, just frozen meat. It's so cold in here.
-10 miles.
What?
There's nothing in here.
Rogers, turn the ventilator off. I can't hear a word. Haven't you heard? Turn it off.
God's sake.
But I'm not going to do it.
Please.
Play with me.
Oh, can you two stop it?
The operating rule clearly states that the ventilation must be on during the kitchen's operating hours.
I don't care about your rules. Just turn it off. I can't solve it like this.
As if you could solve anything.
What did you say?
You heard.
For the last time, I'm ordering you to turn off the ventilation.
And for the last time, I'm telling you, that's not going to happen.
Enough! We can't go on like this. You obviously won't stop arguing, so one of you needs to go.
But it's my kitchen.
My investigation.
Stop it! Who should I send away? The chef or the detective? Broderick, leave us alone for a moment.
What? You heard. Dear colleague.
Broderick, please.
Come on.
This is my case. Give me 5 minutes, and I'll make him tell me things he doesn't even know.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
I admit maybe I'm a bit harsh, but you don't know this job as I do. That chef must be hiding something. We're this close.
Come on, you're drunk. You reek of it.
I've just had one drink, nothing more.
Just calm down a little.
I'm fine.
Please.
No, that can't be. You can't do this to me. This is my investigation, my big chance.
Just go to your room and sleep it off. You'll feel better in the morning.
I need to find that freaking child. Do you understand me? I have to find him.
I'll find him. Don't worry.
That won't help me. It has to be me. I finally have to prove that I can handle it, that I can do it. Oh, all right. It's like that. I'll find him myself. You'll see.
I think we can do without the ventilation now.
There was nothing in the freezer, so I'll have a look in the storage. Could you open it, please?
Yeah, sure. So, nothing in there, right?
Nothing at all. No, just a couple of preserves. Potatoes.
Told you. The boy's not here.
Mr. Rogers, look, you seem like a pretty normal guy. What was that all about?
That partner of yours started it.
He's not my partner. They say you're angry all the time. Why?
Well,
What's bothering you?
nothing.
Come on.
When I say it's nothing, then it's nothing. Why don't you all just leave me alone?
Where are you going?
I'm going out. I'm done with all this talking.
He's starting to get angry again. Should I keep questioning?
Everybody in this bloody hotel.
Mr. Rogers!
Go and do one.
Please wait!
And so can you.
I need your help.
Why would I do that?
But think about the child.
I don't care.
What if something has really happened to him?
But I don't know where he is.
Well, unlike me, you know a lot about this hotel.
Try checking the cellar.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. Could you please take me there?
No.
Please.
Stop begging. I'm leaving.
You don't need to worry. You're not a suspect.
Look, that's not my point.
Then, what is?
I'm just not going to that cellar.
But why?
Because My wife died there.
I didn't know that. I apologize.
Viola was sick, you know. In her head. We used to live in that vacant room at the end of the hallway. There were leaks. It was cold in there. But we were doing just fine. I wanted to build a house for us. We were supposed to have kids, you know. Happy family. Everything was just fine. But one morning, I just didn't find her there.
I'm so sorry about that.
Ethel from reception will give you the cellar keys, but I'm not going there with you.
Great. Well done, Alice. All I wanted was to come here, hand over the evidence and get out of here. I wish I could just go to my room, pack my bags and get away from this place and all of these people. But that's not possible anymore. Not now. I can't leave until that little boy is found. Should I have another look around here? I'll have another look around here, just in case. Nothing. Broken tiles, dirty dishes, but no sign that Hugo has been here. What's this? It's a photo. A pregnant woman standing in front of the hotel. That must be Viola, his wife. She was so pretty. She doesn't seem sick. But how can one tell from a photo? I should go to the reception and ask about the cellar. I don't want to spend another minute in this kitchen.
Mrs. Keswell, please.
The game is paused. To return to the story, swipe right on the screen. To go to the main menu, swipe left. To repeat the help, swipe up with 2 fingers. Main menu. You'll start a new game by swiping right. To load a game you have previously started, swipe left. By swiping up, you can turn the help for the visually impaired on or off. By swiping down on the screen, you can purchase the full